vice president.
The vice president.
The vice president.
It's more important.
Yeah. So they have been processing the fish. They engage the fishermen, the fishmongers here in the central region as to the best practices. You know, recently they had the Ahunto oven launch. Yeah, so they are training them on how best they could smoke the fish and make sure that those fish that they come out with are not infected as we have on the market.
And what do you do after you smoke the fish? Who do you sell the fish to?
We sell to those who know how to sell it. There are certain people, they don't know how to sell it. And there are certain people too, they use a certain medicals. So if you use the Ahunto oven, you can get that chemicals in it. So you have to give it to those who know how to sell the fish.
Okay.
That's it.
And where is it sold, the fish? Or does it go to other places or is it in the central region?
Not the central region, to other places.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in Accra, in Kumasi?
No, in outside countries too, because of the Ahunto oven, you can send it to outside countries. You have to package it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you can package it and send it to outside countries.
Like to Benin?
Cote d'Ivoire. So certain places, more places.
Fantastic. Okay, very good. And this is thanks to the new oven. Because of the new oven, you can do
because
this.
Of the new oven, you know how to hold it, and you can hold it by a year time. Okay. You won't see anything about the fish.
Wow.
But you get the fish real. It's good. It's like it will be like the same as you have used it.
Yeah. So no change during the year. It doesn't change.
Yeah.
Doesn't turn. Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Catch today.
Us in the Panama.
Oh, and Namofun Wayanam.
No catch, yeah.
No catch today. Okay.
Why?
How's the catch going these days? Like, last week or how's been the catch in last month?
Sisiano, what's in the after close season? Na yenya namana nkakakra. But last week coming, and local fishermen all the winyan. Trawlers now started the Wallapan, Waziba. Saeko about the herring, salmon. I find the Obeyama local fishermen. But trawlers now started watching them.
Okay, so saying is, after the close season, they saw some improvement in their fishing.
Okay.
But when the trawler closure resumed, they begin to see they landing a lot more of the small pelagic, which has been a trend over the years.
Okay. What do you think we should happen? What should the government do to help you?
Neither in the trawlers, the wolfy help him. All the wolfy help him now. Local fishermen, where we need you, now some gaba.
The trawler industry needs to be seized so that the artisanals can have the freedom to operate and also land the fishes they are looking for.
Okay, yeah. I understand. Yeah. Thank you.
Yo, Massimo, that's it.
What you for the
I'm from Bernard Mensa. Bernard Mensa. I mean, we are Canona. A local fisherman, we are Namanka Kakra. But the penny being the bay. Trawlers in Wobopumuno. And nominal local fisherman, we are on a trawlers and watching about. So I'm an answer, we never bear the penny walk on Yanam. Oh, young papa. Them fishing vessels and we want from local fishermen. I won't tell. Oh, your size of net is what sizes you are on local fishermen. Oh, you is a couple. Oh, no, Achinaman Kitsan. Oh, and Tinino. Oh, there, oh, there, and I'm a Chenkas and I can see Waba. nti dem ebo nkete no ono so ayada no so oho adwen na wo ba ebo no ka ho
the minister we share on abelation that no ebo nkete no ma mo empempre mo do kwana sa mo obi mo do kwana
me dem am ebo ndi bi nsem menyim obi na ebo
sa Ghana ayet nti etopo wonto wasi skenyi ho nti ekotompo am ebo oboto na no mo de bo mo na abaka nti sisa abe no mbo yan mbo ma de no mbo yan na Ghana ngo na sisa yi hu amane papa ba tan yele ble wo mbo ma de no mbo
I'm really very impressed by what I've seen in Elmina, and after this 2 days with the colleagues of the project, I am even more determined to have the EU, let's say, pull its weight to save the artisanal fisheries industry in Ghana and to save the ocean. Well, Saeko is illegal and it is damaging the long-term livelihood of the local fishermen as well as the marine biodiversity in Ghana. In other words, if we continue with this kind of practice, in a few years the sea in front of Ghana will be empty, the ocean will be depleted. So we consider Saeko a very, very harmful practice, and in any event it is illegal according to the Ghanaian laws. So we think Saeko should be stopped. First of all, Ghana has a solid, robust legal framework on fisheries. So the laws of Ghana are already prohibiting Saeko. Ghana has the right regulatory framework. They have an action plan to fight against illegal fishing, the famous IUU. They have all the measures in place for the Saeko to end. It's a question of enforcing the law. So if there is the will, the political will to enforce the law, to let the enforcement units do their work, to let the fishery commissions do their work without interferences, the Saeko practice can be stopped in a relatively quick way. Ghana has effective sanctions in place, so if they apply the sanctions, if they give fines to these people, if they revoke the licenses to the many times offenders, if they take the boats away, the Saeko will end because it will become too costly for these trawlers to take further. How we support them? First of all, today I'm here because we have 2 projects that are supporting the local communities. They are empowering them, they are helping them to build, for example, landing sites, and they are making them aware of the fact that these practices are endangering the livelihood for them and their families. We are very grateful to them because they're doing a great job in raising awareness of the problem and in trying to find practical solutions with the local fishermen to end this Saeko practice. Ghana should enforce their laws. Simple as that. The laws are there, the sanctions are there for the Saeko offenders, so Ghana needs to apply their laws and apply the sanctions. And the sanctions have to be enforced. We are very happy to hear that 1 boat has been stopped and there has been a fine as big as 1 million for Saeko practices. But we would like to see this 1 million actually collected. So we don't want this million to disappear in some sort of out-of-court settlement. Again, the key word is enforcement. The European Union stands ready to support Ghana if they need any kind of technical assistance. We are already supporting the communities. We think it is in everybody's interest, Ghana, the fishermen, the European Union, everybody, to see this practice end. Let me tell you one last thing. I've just been at the market, so I have visited the legal market with the artisanal fishermen's catch and the Saeko market with all the small fish coming in these frozen blocks. it is huge quantities. It is clear that if all the juveniles are killed, there will be no more fish in the sea. So this has to stop in the interest of everybody. And we are not blaming the local people who are doing Saeko because they can make some money on the side of their artisanal activity. We are blaming the industrial trawlers that are doing these illegal practices. So they need to be stopped because we want Ghana's fisheries to continue to prosper. We want to continue to see that wonderful fish that is in the legal market. We want to continue to see the local people making a good livelihood, a dignified livelihood with their catches. Ghana got what is called the yellow card in IUU because its legislation and its sanctions were not up to scratch to fight against illegal fishing. Then the European Union started a dialogue with them, and in 2015 the yellow card was lifted. Since then, Ghana and the European Union have set up a IUU working group that meets periodically and discusses the continuous challenges or shortcomings in the Ghanaian practice to fight illegal fishing. Now, I won't hide that we are concerned for some of the practices, that some challenges are still there. We hope that together with the Ghanaian government, we will be able to overcome these challenges without having to start again with the yellow card that honestly doesn't please anybody. We hope that the problems that are there can be solved. Because as I said before, in the previous phase, when Ghana got the yellow card, they put in place all the measures that the European Union asked them to put in place. They were also helped by the World Bank to put their legislation in a very good shape. So everything is there, it's just a question of enforcement. What we need to find is the political will to enforce the existing law and to fight against illegal fishing. The government has done something very important. For the first time, they have managed to have a closed season. And for this, we commend them. I have spoken recently to the Minister for Fisheries, and I told her that I was very happy that Ghana had enforced the closed season. She was also very pleased of the result because apparently the closed season has then yielded more fish. And the people appreciate the closed season, and I understand that they want to do it again. So that's very good. One first important step has been put in place. Now, what the next step to put in place is to go for those that violate the law after the closed season, because I understand that when they have reopened for the trawlers, the cycle has started again. So that should stop. But again, we appreciate the commitment. We have been supported by the Fisheries Commission in our enterprises, and we are confident that this can be done if the will is there.